Okay, today we're playing Takenoko with the Chibis expansion. Alright, to set up Takenoko with the Chibis expansion, first thing we're going to do is take the plot tiles here, and we're going to shuffle in the 6 new Chibi tiles that have the Miss Panda face on it. We're going to place them face down, give them a shuffle, mix them up, make a stack out of them like normal. Place that off to the side. Okay, next we want to place the pond with the panda and the gardener in the center of the playing area. Next, we're going to mix the new bamboo pieces into the bamboo pieces that came with the original game and place them in piles with their respective colors off to the side of the playing area. Okay, we are also going to put the improvement tokens here from the base game along with the irrigation tokens off to the side where everybody can reach them. Next, we're going to get the double-sided baby tokens. There's 9 of them. We're going to place them face down, give them a shuffle, mixing them up, and then placing them in their colored piles, and then place them off to the side of the playing area where everybody can reach them, or at least one person. Next, we're going to take the 6 new cards for each of the different types of objective decks. You know, there's 6 for the panda, 6 for the plots, and 6 for the gardeners. We're going to shuffle those into their respective decks. Once we have shuffled those cards into their respective decks, we'll give each player one of each of those cards, and then we will set those decks along with the Emperor card off to the side of the playing area where everybody can reach them. Players who receive the cards will keep those secret from other players and keep them off in their playing area for now. Next, we're going to place the Miss Panda figure and the weather die off to the side of the player area where everybody can reach it for now. Next, each player takes a player board and player tokens that have the symbol corresponding to the symbol on the back of the board and also down here in the player action area. Returning any unused ones to the box, they will not be used for the game. I might as well show it. Now today I am playing with these player boards from the BGG store, where you could pick up board games, accessories, apparel, geek bits, and more. All I am saying is give Scott your cash. I actually give it to the women. Screw Scott. Give it to the women who work there. They work hard to fulfill your orders. And the final step for setup is to pick the first player. The rulebook suggests the tallest player goes first. You can do this however you want. And you are set up to play Takenoko with the Chibis expansion. Alright guys, so today we're playing Takenoko with the Chibis expansion. Takenoko is a classic tile laying game where players are trying to fulfill orders and get the most points by the end of the game. So the Chibis expansion just has a little more complexity to it and a few more tiles, stuff like that. It's played just like the base game. We would roll for the weather and do the effects of the weather, which will take effect the second round. And then on a player's turn, start with the first player. They will do 2 or 3 of 5 actions, depending on the weather effect. And then play will pass on to the next person. If at any time they can fulfill one of these objective cards, they would claim it, placing it up front of them where everybody can see it. This will go on until a number of those cards are played or fulfilled. For a 2-player game, it is 9. For a 3-player game, it's 8. And for a 4-player game, it is 7. And then once that happens, the player who triggers that will gain this Emperor card, which will give them 2 more points. Everybody else will get one final turn to fulfill any orders they can. Objectives, how we call them, orders. And whoever has the most points wins the game. Alright, so like I said, it plays just like the base game with some new tiles and objective cards thrown in the batch. And then we get Miss Panda here, who will be able to have babies with Mr. Panda if they land on certain tiles together. Like I said, we'll do the weather effect and we'll get back to them. So, like I said, you get 2 actions normally unless this weather effect takes place, which will give you an extra action. You can place 1 marker on each of your 2 actions. You can take up to the 2 or 3 depending on the weather effect again. But you cannot take the same action twice unless you roll the wind weather effect, which will allow you to do 1 action twice. That's the only way you can do 1 action twice. Even if you get that 3rd action with the weather effect, you cannot do the same action twice. First action here is just like the base game. We got draw and place tiles. Players will draw 3 tiles, choose one of these 3 tiles, and place the other 2 back on top of the draw stack in any order they wish to, and then they will place the tile. So only during the first round, a player will place a tile connecting to a pond or any other tile only on one side. From there on out, players will have to connect at least to 2 different tiles when placing a new tile. Okay, so I would be able to place it here or here, but I would not be able to place it, say, out here, okay, or out here. From the second tile placement out, that has to connect to at least 2 other tiles on 2 sides. And as usual, when a tile is placed next to the pond or is irrigated, it will gain a piece of bamboo. In the expansion, we get this celestial pond, which acts just like a regular pond, the starting pond, with the exception of it has a Miss Panda face on it, which is part of the game with the Miss Panda. Anytime a tile is drawn and placed with Miss Panda, you will place Miss Panda on said tile. Okay, and then later on, if another tile comes out with Miss Panda on it and is placed legally, naturally, then she would automatically move to the new tile with the Miss Panda symbol on it. We'll get back to these in a minute. Okay, and just like before, any tile that has an improvement symbol on it, you would apply the improvement symbol to it. Okay, so in the case of this guy here, when it's irrigated, you would add 2 pieces of bamboo instead of 1, or anytime it's watered, you would add 2 pieces of bamboo instead of 1. This guy here, the panda can't eat on him when the panda lands on him. And we'll get back to that. The watershed here is irrigated, so you do not have to place it next to the pond or have an irrigation canal connecting to it in order to irrigate it. But as we'll get into the second action, which is collect an irrigation canal. When you branch off of the pond onto a tile that is not irrigated, it will become irrigated. So say we had a situation like this. The player placed 2 of these irrigation tiles, tokens on the side of, at least one side of a tile. That tile is now irrigated. You cannot irrigate a tile from one of these watershed tiles. Okay, that is illegal. That would not irrigate either one of these. But as I said, this new celestial pond acts just like the starting pond. You can make an irrigation canal off of that, and it would irrigate like the regular pond. Also, like the regular pond, any of the characters can move through or land on it, and you cannot grow bamboo on the celestial pond or the starting pond. All right, now let's look at the rest of the tiles that come with the game. I already described the celestial pond here. Next we have, I believe it's called the Kismet Garden. I can't remember offhand. All right, that works like a normal garden tile. Once you place it between 2, touching 2 other tiles at least, and it is irrigated, you will put a piece of bamboo on it. And in this case, as you can see, there are 3 colors. So you would put 1 piece of each bamboo type on there. Now, later on, we'll be able to get some of these improvement tokens, and these can be placed on this garden token, as well as these 3 guys, which we'll get back into in a second. These are called the Sacred Gardens. All right, now, when the gardener moves on it, you would water all 3 of the bamboo pieces on here, up to the maximum of 4, as with all the bamboos. And then the gardener would water each of the surrounding tiles that are irrigated. So in this case, it would only be the green one. But if I had this green one here and it were irrigated, then that one would also get a piece of bamboo with this first tile. The same goes with this. If it were pink, it would be, get pink bamboo, yellow bamboo, etc. Okay, now if the gardener were to water a tile adjacent to this Kismet garden, then any color surrounding the tile that is the same color would get watered. And on this guy here, you would just water the color of that tile. Okay, so in this case, it would just be green. And the Kismet tile here also counts as one of your plot goals if you're trying to get like 3 of the same color. It could be any of the 3 colors. You just got to be connected to the other the tiles that you're using. The Panda has some special rules with this guy here, and I'll get back to that on the Panda's movement. Now, we brought this guy out here. You know, these Sacred Gardens. There's one in each color. They work the same. When they are irrigated, you will place a piece of bamboo on them, as usual. When the gardener does his thing, he will water them, and then any irrigated tile that is of the same color on the board would get a piece of bamboo. Okay, so say we went to this tile here and watered it, then any surrounding pink tiles will get watered, and also this guy and this guy here will get watered, abiding by the rules of the tile. If there's an improvement token on there, you follow the improvement token. Now, these Sacred Garden tiles can have improvement tokens on them as long as you abide by the rules of said tokens. And the gardener, Panda, Miss Panda, any of them can stop and go, and you know, as such. And they do count for your plot tiles. Alright, the final plot tile in the game is the gardener's cabin here. This does not have to be irrigated. It cannot grow bamboo on it, but it does have the Miss Panda symbol on it, so she would move to it when it's drawn and placed, like any of them with the Miss Panda symbol on them. Each character, Miss Panda, Panda, the gardener can stop and move through this one. This one cannot use improvement tokens on because there's no need for it, obviously. Now, when the gardener lands on this tile here, after it is placed, the player will draw one of each of the objective cards, choose one of those, and replace the other 2 at the bottom of their respective deck. Alright, so say the gardener ended here, I draw one of each, choose one, place it in my hand, then place these at the bottom of the decks that they belong to. Okay, so that's all the plot tiles and, you know, how to draw and place a tile. Action number 1. Action number 2, take one of these irrigation tiles if they are available, and you place it on your player board. And then, like I said, at any time you can use them to irrigate a tile as long as it is connected to that tile on one side and connected to either one of the ponds, and you cannot irrigate stuff off of the watershed. Okay, so that's it. Next we have the gardener. The gardener works like it does in the base game. You move him in a straight line. He has to move at least one space. It could be in any direction you choose, but it has to be in a straight line. When the gardener stops on a tile, he will water that tile, and then any tile that surrounds it of the same color. In this case, there are none. But if he were over here, he would irrigate all the green ones that are around him. And being that he is on this one, he would irrigate all the green tiles on the board because it's that Sacred Garden. And like I said, he would water one piece of green on here because he is adjacent to it, and it would act like any normal green tile that is adjacent to one being watered. Again, up to 4 pieces of bamboo high. Okay, and like I said, when you land on the cabin, you get to draw the cards. Okay, next action is the Panda action. Now, the Panda action works a little differently in this game. With the Panda action, you choose whether you want to move the Panda or Miss Panda. If you were to move the Panda, you would move him in a straight line, at least one tile over, in any direction you want to. When he stops, he will eat one piece of bamboo off of the tile that he lands on, putting it in their belly, except for if they land on a tile with the improvement symbol with the Panda no eat on it. Miss Panda works a little differently. If you choose to move Miss Panda, you would move her in a straight line in any direction, at least one tile like the Panda. But when Miss Panda lands on a tile, she does not eat the bamboo. Instead, if she were to land on a space with Mr. Panda, they will have kids. In order to do this, you have to have a piece of bamboo to discard. It does not have to be the color of the tile you are on, but it does have to be a piece of bamboo. Okay, so in this case, if I had a yellow one, I could use that. Okay, instead of the green one, my choice. But I would have to discard one piece of bamboo, and then I can take one of these 3 baby panda tokens in the color if they are available. Okay, you cannot do this on this guy here or this guy here. Okay, the gardener cabin or either of the ponds. This guy here, you would have to choose which color to take. All right, now if you do get one of these, you have one of 2 options to do here. You could save it for the end of the game, and you would get 2 points per tile that you have at the end of the game, or you can immediately choose to use their special abilities here, which is this one here. You discard it, you get an irrigation token, put it on your board. This guy here, you can choose one of the 3 different types of improvement tokens if there are any left in the supply. This final guy here will let you take a card from your hand, discard it, placing it at the bottom of its respective deck, and then you can choose the top card of any of the 3 objective decks and take that card and place it in your hand. And then you would discard it. Okay. You could have as many as you want as long as there's some left in the supply. Final action is to draw one of the objective cards and place it in your hand. While we're on the subject of objective cards, let's look at the new ones. Alright, so these are the new gardener objective cards that come in Chibis. This first set here we have is that we need to have 3 different tiles that has 1 with 2 bamboo shoots high, 1 that is 3 bamboo shoots high, and 1 that is 4 bamboo shoots high on the board. So if we did that, we would get the 4 points for it. Okay, and there's 1 in yellow and pink also. These guys here, we have to have a number of tiles out there that have at least 3 high on a bamboo shoot. Okay, in the case of the green here, it's 7, 5 for the pink, and I think it's 6 for the yellow. Yes, 6 for the yellow. So they have to be a minimum of 3 high in order to claim these. And they are in addition to the normal gardener cards, meaning, you have to grow so many high on certain tiles with or without improvements, or with no improvements at all, or you have to have multiple ones of the same color. In addition to the normal plot objective cards in the base game, where you just have to get a certain pattern with a certain color of tiles, the Chibis expansion comes with these new ones. These guys here mean that you have to have a number of tiles that are irrigated on the boards. In the case of green, I had to have 7 of them that are irrigated, and I can claim that as being done. Yellow is 6, pink is 5 plus. Okay, these guys here is simply you have to have 2 irrigated tiles of the same color that have a symbol with Miss Chibi in between it. Okay, so it could be the pond up here. We have 2 greens and Lady Panda symbol on there. We could clean this one. Okay, this one can count as a color tile like normal. So if I did it like this, like I was beginning to show you, and this were irrigated, this would count. This would be completed. Okay, and there's 1 in each color. Okay, then we have the panda cards. You know how they work. You get a number of pieces of bamboo in your stomach. When you get enough, you can discard those into the supply and claim the objective is being done, along with the normal ones that we have. We have these new ones. Okay, we have ones with single pieces of bamboo, ones with double pieces of bamboo in different colors, but they all work the same as long as the panda starts his turn on one of the 2 ponds, whether the celestial or this guy here. And you have the required piece of bamboo in your gut. You can discard that and fulfill the objective, but the panda must start his turn on the pond in order to do this. So these guys would need 2 pieces of bamboo of the appropriate color. These guys would only need 1 piece of bamboo of the appropriate color to be able to complete, as long as the panda is in the celestial or the starter pond at the beginning of his turn. Okay, so that is all of the actions. Let's go back to this weather effect. Okay, that will take effect starting from the second round. The first player starting on the second round will roll the weather die and do the effect of it. Okay, so the question mark's a real simple one here. That means you can do any of the previous 5 listed here. Okay, your choice. Then you got the sun here. What that means is you get an extra action. Like I said before, you cannot do the same action twice. It has to be a different action than your other 2. This guy here is a player, chooses 1 tile, and they will add a piece of bamboo to that tile. Okay, again, up to the maximum of 4. This guy here, you would choose just 1 color and place a piece of bamboo on that. Okay, in this case I did the green. Now if the panda lands on this Kismet garden here, the panda would select 1 color of bamboo and take that color only, not all 3, just 1. No sense in getting greedy. Next we have the wind, which will allow you to do 1 action twice. It's the only way you can do 1 action twice. So if I wanted to do this action twice, I would draw 3, choose 1, place it, and then draw, or place them on top of the stack, and then draw 3 more and do the same thing. Okay, or I could move the gardener. I could take 2 pieces of irrigation, take 2 cards, whatever I choose. Now the lightning works a little differently than it did in the base game. When lightning is rolled, and if Miss Panda is out on the board, you must choose between the panda or Miss Panda to move. Okay, and then they work like they normally move. If the panda lands on a space with a piece of bamboo, the panda shall eat that. If Miss Panda lands on a space with Mr. Panda and the player has enough bamboo on their player board to have children, they can have children as long as there's any children left of that color. Okay, and then the final action here is to take 1 of these improvement tokens, and they work just like in the base game. You would take them and place them on your player board, or you can place them out on the tiles as long as there is no bamboo on said tile, and you cannot have 2 improvement tokens of any type on the same tile, whether it be the printed token or the tile. And that is all of the weather effects. So, starting with the first player, this will happen. They would do the weather effect starting from the second round. Then their actions. If they completed 1 of these objective cards, whether they did it or another player did it, they can show the players that they have completed it, place it out front of their player board so everybody can see it. And then this will continue until a player gets to a certain number of completed objectives. I think I mentioned it in the beginning. If not, I'll do it again. So for a 2-player game, it's 9 of these objective cards completed. For a 3-player game, it's 8. And for a 4-player game, it is 7. Once that player has reached the number of completed objective cards they need to end the game, that player will take this Emperor card. And then every other player will have 1 more turn to try and complete any objective cards they have, if they can. Alright, then you will add up points. Whoever has the most points will win the game. Okay, that includes these baby panda tokens. You get 2 points for each one of those you have, and any points written on the bottom left of the completed objective cards you have. If you had the Emperor, you would add that to the score. Whoever has the most wins. If there is a tie, whoever with the tie who has the most panda cards will win the game. And if there's still a tie, you're sharing the victory, suckers. And that is how you play the Takenoko with the Chibis expansion. Let's get into the game. Alright guys, today we're playing Takenoko with the Chibis expansion. I will be playing with this guy here. These player boards are available at the BGG store. I'm not going to go through the whole shelf thing again. But I will be this guy here with his butt out because I was in the hospital for a few months and everybody and their mother saw my ass. This guy here, this lady here will be Jen because Jen likes to nap a lot. Now, Jen's objectives is she wants to get 4 stalks of bamboo high on a no panda eat improvement tile. This one here, she needs to get 2 pinks that are irrigated and have a tile with the lady panda symbol on it. This guy here is she needs to have 2 pieces of bamboo, 1 green, 1 yellow, and the panda must start on one of the 2 ponds, either this one or the celestial pond, which may or may not come out later. All right, my goals are to have all the green ones that have 3 high. All right, so I need 7 green tiles that have 3 pieces of bamboo high at least or more. Okay, this one I just need 1 yellow, green, and pink piece of bamboo to trade in, and this one I need 7 or more green tiles to be irrigated. All right, let's see who will go first. And I drop both of them at the same time. Naturally, I can't feel my hands. All right, so this is me. I will go first. Normally, I would roll the weather die, but that happens on the second turn forward. So I get to choose one of these actions. I will choose this one as my first action, which is drawing and placing a tile. I draw 3 tiles from the top. Choose one of these 3. They're all pretty standard. I need green. I don't have it, but I do need a yellow for one of these. So I shall place it. Being that this is the first tile being laid on the game, it is the only one that can be placed, not touching at least 2 other tiles. Okay. The rest of the other 2 will go back on top of the draw pile in any order you want. Now that the tile is placed and it is next to the pond, it is irrigated, so it can grow a piece of bamboo. For my second action, I will come down here for the panda. If Lady Panda were out at this point, I could choose between the 2 of them, but Lady Panda isn't, so I'm going to go with the panda. And I will move him over here and get to eat some of this yummy bamboo, placing it in my stomach. Goes over to Jen. Alright, so Jen's first action is going to be to draw and place tiles. Alright, so she does need a pink one. She'll save this because there's no sense in drawing it and placing it now. Everything will be irrigated for the most part. Alright, so she's going to place these 2 back. Here, this one was irrigated. For her second action, she's going to move the gardener over to here, grow some yellow. Okay, so that's the end of Jen's actions, and it's a new round. Now we start with the weather die. Give this a roll. Alright, so I get the rain, which means I can choose any of the bamboo shoots out here that are any tile that is irrigated, and I can place a bamboo shoot on it. Having a rough time. Weather change. Alright, so that was my weather action. For my first action, I need a pink and a green. So I'm going to draw. Definitely need greens. I'm going to draw in place. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Let me mark that off. So we got this guy here. It's not really helping me for one objective, but it will for 2 other ones. I'm going to place them up here. Alright, place these 2 back. Alright, this does get bamboo, but a panda cannot eat off of it, so I cannot eat for this one. I do need pink though, so for my second action, I am going to move the panda down here and get some juicy pink bamboo. The end of my turn goes over to Jen. Let's roll the weather die. Question mark. She can do whatever she wants to. Okay, so let's see. She will choose the sun action. She will do another action. But for her first action, she will draw and place a couple tiles, or a tile. Let me see. She needs a pink one. This isn't helping. She needs something for, whatchamacallit. She needs a bamboo, or lady panda, rather. But, you know what, she'll place this one. Oh, no. You know what? She'll place this one because she needs green. And she can't eat off of that one. Alright, so she'll place that one. Return these 2 to the deck. And next is a piece of bamboo. Alright, now that was her first action. Her second action is she will move the panda come over here and eat some green bamboo. And for the extra action that she took for the sun action, she will move the gardener here and grow some bamboo. So now she needs another piece of bamboo, a yellow piece, and she has to start Panda off on the pond, and she can complete this one. This one, she just got to get 2 more pieces of bamboo. And this one, she needs a tile to come out. All right, goes over to me. Let's roll the dice. The die. Let's see what happens. All right, I scared the panda. Or Miss Panda if she were out. She is not, so it's only the panda. If she were out, I would choose between her or the Mr. Panda here. All right, so I am going to move the panda, naturally. I need a green one. That's not helping me. I can't deal for that one. But I will move here. Grab another yellow, because it's nice to have extras. All right, now for my first action, I will draw in place. Again, I need some greens. I need 7 of them. Alright, so what do we got here? We don't have any greens, but we do have this guy here. I think I'm going to draw him. Let me think about this. Yeah, I'll draw him. Alright, I'm going to replace the other 2. This one doesn't need to be irrigated, so I'll just put them up here out of the way. Or you know what, I'll put it down here out of the way. Now, being that Lady Panda symbol is on it, Lady Panda comes out on that tile there. So that was my first action. Now I can't get Lady Panda to the panda to get a kid. So let me see what I'm going to do for my second action here. I will move the gardener down here. Okay, gardener. And that will grow a green piece of bamboo. That's the end of my turn. Over to Jen. Jen gets an additional action. So for her first action, gotta move this guy out of here. She needs a yeller. Well, let's see. She'll draw one. All right. So she'll draw 3 tiles. See if she gets a yeller. She does not. Oh, she does. But she got the pink one, which will finish this off. But there's nothing out there. So let's see. We'll put the yellow one. All right, I'll put it here. Place these 2 back. Gets irrigated. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get the panda to this turn. But and then I got to get them to a pond anyway to start it off to finish this guy. So first action I'm going to do, next action rather, is I'm going to water this guy here. Okay, and then for the additional action, I'm going to move the panda down and eat. It goes over to me. Let me move these markers so I remember whose turn it is. Okay, so I get the wind action, meaning I could do 1 action twice if I choose to. I can move the panda. I could try and get some greens out. I could do that twice. But let me complete this. I could do this turn, I think. So I'm going to opt not to do it. All right. First action is to move the panda, which I will do moving him over here, grabbing this green piece, which allows me to finish this guy here. I have 1 of each. I discard 1 piece of each. You know what? I am going to do the same action twice. I am going to choose to move the panda again because of the weather effect. But I'm going to move Miss Panda this time. And I'm going to move her up here to Mr. Panda. Now, I could have a baby because I have a piece of bamboo. Why? That doesn't make mathematical sense, I guess. But I have a piece of bamboo to discard. Alright. Now, I doesn't have to be a green piece of bamboo because I'm on a green tile. It could be any colored piece of bamboo. It just has to be a piece of bamboo. But I do have to grab 1 of these 3 tokens. And I will grab this one here. And now I have a choice. I could keep it to the end of the game. I get 2 points for every token I have, or I could flip around and discard it and get the benefit on the back of it immediately. I'm just going to keep it for points. Put them up here. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. Goes over to Jen. Jen's got, she could choose any one of these. She got the cloud. She's going to choose the watershed token. And now her actions. Let's see. She still needs a yellow. So she's going to move the panda for 1. Okay. And for her second action, unfortunately, the gardener's already there. She can't move it. she still will not be able to get a pink one out here. She knows there might be one in there. Yeah, you know what? She'll draw. All right. Let's see. Draw 2 or 3 and place 1. She doesn't want to place this, like I said. She'll place this guy here. And then hopefully that pink one's still there and she can place it there. Alright, so that's irrigated. Gets a bamboo. That's the end of Jen's turn. It goes over to me. Alright, I get rain. Let's see. What do I need? I don't really need anything. So, I'll choose this yellow one here. Don't know why. I just will. You know what? No, I'll choose the pink one. In case I decide to get a piece of bamboo. Or a card for that colored bamboo. Alright, so for my first action, I'm going to draw in place. Because I need some more greens. 1, 2, 3. Alright, got a couple greens. Place the regular pond. Place those 2 back. Alright, so now I'm up to 3. I need 4 more for 4 points. I don't know if it's really worth all this. Alright, we'll see. Alright, but either way, I need 7 out to get 5 points. Again, we'll see. Alright, so for my second action, I will move the gardener over here. Okay, and that will give me a piece of bamboo here and a piece of bamboo here. Now this guy is the leading tower of bamboo, but he's up to 4 high. That's the max he could go. All I need is 6 more of them, at least 1 shorter, and I got this one here. Alright, so goes over to Jen. Let's roll the weather die. Jen gets the cloud again. She'll go with the manure. Fertilizer. Alright, so you see. What does she want? Oh, she wants that pink one. Let's draw and place a tile. Get this one here. Alright, so she could choose either one. This one has a symbol on it, so she couldn't place the irrigation tile. They had to be irrigated in order for this to take effect. So she's going to place this guy here. Place the other 2 back. That completes this. So 2 pinks. Panda symbol in the middle. Jen completed her first objective card. Alright, now, in order to complete this, she's got to move this guy here. So that's what she's going to do. She's going to move him up and hope that the next round I do not move him. But she completed this one too. Got this guy here. So that's the end of Jen's turn. Goes back to me. Question mark. Let me see. I could try and just knock this out. Yeah, this one goes there. I'm going to do this. I'm going to draw twice. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put this guy out. And then I would draw again, place it on, So I draw this one. That didn't help me. Let's see. He gets 2 pieces because of that guy there. I don't need any other. There's less pink out. Let's put a pink out. Or not, you know what? Let's put a yellow out. Alright. So, place the yellow here. This does not act as an irrigation tile. So, this tile does not get any bamboo. Now, it goes over to Jen. Jen gets an extra action. Let me see here. Well, let's start this off first. Being that the panda is on the pond, she can complete this guy here by discarding 1 green and 1 yellow. One of action is definitely going to get some cards, and I think I will take a gardener card. Alright, for her second action, that's the free action. For her first action, move the gardener, and she will move from here. Okay, so now I can draw 1 card. from each of the objective stacks and choose one of these. So let me see. I'm going to choose this because it's more points. Okay, the other two go back to their respective decks on the bottom of the deck. Alright, that was her first action. For her second action, she can't get the panda to where she wants to. She can't move the gardener. She already did that. So, she'll move the panda. She'll come down here. Grab the pink. Alright, so that was both her actions. Goes back to me. Roll the weather die, and we get the cloud. I will take an watershed. I'm going to draw a tile. Look, I get a couple more greens out. Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, there's 2, 4. I'll go with the pink. Put it here because I know there is a plot tile that has 2 green and 2 pink side by side. Alright, for my second action, I'm going to draw a new card, and I think I'm going to just grab a plot card, see if that works. Almost. Need green here. Alright. Goes over to Jen. Alright. She gets the wind. She could move the gardener twice. Yeah, that's what she's going to do. She's going to move the gardener once here. And then once up here. And that is the end of her turn. Over to me. Alright. Scared the panda. I'm going to go right up here. Eat this piece of bamboo. And then the first thing I'm going to do is move the panda. Alright, but I'm going to move Lady Panda over here with the panda. I'm going to discard this yellow piece of panda. Just a piece of bamboo. It just happens to be the color. It doesn't have to be yellow because I'm on a yellow tile. I can either discard one of my cards and draw from the top of any of the other objective decks if I want to, or to 2 points. I'm tempted, but being that these two are so similar, I need 7 of them irrigated anyway. I'm going to just keep it for 2 points. Alright, speaking of which, my second action is going to be to draw some tiles. Hopefully I fish for what I wish. I got a green one. I did fish for what I wish. Place these other 2 down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only need 2 more. But I got to irrigate it. I will place this guy here. Okay. Now, this is the Sacred Garden tile. Being that Miss Panda symbol came out, we move Miss Panda right away to that tile. I am going to irrigate it, which means it gets a piece of bamboo. And now when the gardener waters it, it waters all the green tiles that are irrigated on the board. It's the end of my turn. It goes over to Jen. Jen rolls the wind. She could try this with the gardener again. Yeah, she'll do it twice again. She'll go to the gardener twice again. Alright, so she comes here. And we get a piece of bamboo. Come back here, and this one gets a piece of bamboo. Goes back to me. I rolled a die. Let's see. We got the clouds. I will take this last watershed. All right, so I still need some more greens. So we're going to be fishing for greens. 1, 2, 3. No greens. 3 pink. Yellow. Alright, I'll grab the pink one. Because, like I said, if I ever draw, at least it's there. Alright. Place them 2 back. For my second action, I will. Man, I'm really locked in the green. I'm going to move the gardener. Alright, so I'm going to move him here. And now, this guy will water every tile on the board that is irrigated and green. Except for this guy, because it's already up to 4. Alright, back to Jen. Jen gets that pesky cloud again, or wind again. She could, now she can't. I knocked her out of line with that. So, see, for her first action, she is going to move the gardener over here. For her second action, she's going to draw a new card. And I think she's going to draw one of these plot cards. Or does she want another? Nah, yeah, she'll draw a plot card. So, this is not completed yet. It can be up here. If she gets another pink one out, it goes back to me. Oh, got the cloud. Or, the wind, rather. Do I want to do the same action twice? What am I trying to do? Maybe I do. I think I do. Let me see if I can get 2 more green ones out. So, I'm going to see if I can fish for what I wish. Got this guy out. So, this will allow me to water stuff. I do not want to put it here, because that will block me from doing this. Although I could do it over here. You know what? I'll put it here. Irrigate these guys. Because you never know. I might need some more pink at some point. So, that was my first one. Do I want to do it a second time? Yeah. Let me see. Oh, got the green one. Alright, so I'm going to put it here or here. Doesn't really matter where. I'll put it over here. Okay, discard them. Alright, so I did that with twice. Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out. I need one more, and then I gotta get them up 3 high. Over to Jen. Jen gets an extra action. So, you see, her first action is she's going to draw a tile. See if she can get this pink one and finish this off. Oh, and she does not, because I grabbed too many. She gets 2 greens, or 2 yellow and a green. She knows I'm looking for a green, obviously, so she's going to place this one. Make me use an action to get it. Alright, so for her second action, she will we'll put a piece of bamboo on it, but she will move the gardener over to here. So she now completed this guy here. She's up to 4. She's got 5 more to go, and it'll trigger it in the game. For her extra action, I think she's going to grab another card. Yeah, she's going to grab another card. So let's see. You know what? She'll go with the gardener. So she needs 3 yellow, 3 high. That's the end of her. It goes back to me. Lightning scares the panda. I don't have any bamboo, so I want to get some bamboo. I will move the panda here, eat this bamboo. Okay, now I do my regular actions. The first one's going to be to move the panda. Alright, so we're going to move Lady Panda over here, discard a piece of bamboo, and we are going to get a baby panda. And do we want to get one of the improvements? Nah, I don't think I do. Alright, we're just going to hold off for points at the end of the game. Alright, for my second action, I got to get this last green one out if I can. Let me see if we do, and we do. Okay, and now put it up here. It gets some bamboo. And this guy is done. 7 plus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them. If I got a second card completed. That was tough, but they're all with green. I should have placed it here. Oh no, it's done over here. Alright. So 2 are done. Alright, now I just gotta get some bamboo on it. Over to Jen. Alright. Jen will take this guy here, just because it's the only one she don't have. And for her 2 actions, let's see. She needs a pink one. Or the green. Yeah, she's got to move the this guy. She's going to move the gardener. So let's see. She will go up here. And give this one. Sorry about hitting the mic. She can't finish that one yet because there's no other to order. Alright, so you know what? Her second one she will try and get this last pink one out, but she can. Alright, so she's going to choose this pink one here and place it here. Placing these other two back. Just going to put this marker on there, which will allow it to grow some bamboo, and that completes this guy here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Jen, 3 for me. Jen only needs 4 more to end the game. Let's see if she'll get there before I do. Think she will. These green ones are kind of tough, but they're a lot of points. All right, my turn. Get the rain. So I'm gonna choose this guy here and give that a piece of bamboo. Now for my 2 actions, I got all 7 cards out. That's good. I gotta start moving the gardener around, and I'm going to put him up here. So that's the first one I'm going to do. Move the gardener up here, and he waters all of the green ones out there up to the limit of 4. So you get a bamboo, and you get a bamboo, you get a bamboo, you get a bamboo, and you all by your lonesome up there get a piece of bamboo. Okay, second action. I'm going to take a card. Alright, let's see. Do I really want to get stuck with that? Green has the most. That's 7, then I think it's 6 pink and 5 yellow? Or it might be 5 pink and 6 yellow. I don't know if I want to get stuck with that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, maybe. Yeah, let's take this one. Auto. Yeah. Alright. That was a mistake, maybe. Alright, so we got this one. I'll have to build it off here. Alright, over to Jen. Okay. Jen gets the cloud yet again. And she's not going to do it. But she will move the gardener. For 1 action, knocking down over all of the bamboo. Oh my lord. There's an earthquake in the garden. But that will get this guy up to 4, which is what I need. 4 without any improvements on it. So Jen needs 3 more to finish. Or trigger the end of the game. Now, I need to move some stuff here. Let's see. Should take another card. No. Alright, so our first one was to move the gardener. Should start marking these. Second one is to move the panda. Knock it down. Grab a piece of bamboo. Put it in her tummy. These are 3 high, so I gotta knock them down a little bit. Over to me. Scared the panda. Alright, I don't have any bamboo, so I'm gonna move the panda over here. Take a piece of bamboo. For my first action, I will move the panda, or a lady panda, and discard the piece of bamboo I just got, which happens to be the same card, doesn't have to be, and grab a baby bamboo, and got 3, right? 1, 2, 3. You know what? I'll keep it. I'll keep it for the points. Alright, so that was my first action. Second action is to move the gardener again. Okay, and then everybody gets bamboo. Alright, so you get a piece. You get a piece. You get a piece. And you get a piece. And now I finally have 5, all of them, 7 of them, with 3 or more pieces of bamboo. 2, 4, that's my 4th card. It's the end of my turn. Goes over to Jen. Jen gets the rain, so she will choose a yellow piece. she will come over here because this one is not irrigated. Alright, so she has to get the gardener to a yellow plot. She's going to move, take one of these irrigations. For second action, she's going to move the gardener down here. That goes over to me. Alright, I get the clouds, so I will take this guy here. Alright, let me see. I need a green. Finish this guy. I am going to take a card because I need some cards. I will take a gardener card. And I need yellow in 3, 2, 3, and 4. Alright. So I will move the gardener. And I need 2, 3, and 4. So I will come here. Oh no, it's not irrigated. So if I go there too, I already got it. But I need a 4, so I'll go here. Okay, over to Jen. Jen's sick of eating these bamboo, trying to get down to 3. Alright, so she gets an extra action. For her first action, she will take an irrigation token, and then she will take the 2 of these and irrigate this guy here, which will get it a piece of bamboo. Well, actually 2, because it has the fertilization on there. Alright, and for her second action, she's going to move the gardener right here. She gets another piece of yellow. And now, oh wait, this one has 4. She's got to move the panda. Alright, next round she'll move the panda and take that one. Alright, so that was that, and she gets an extra action, right? She's going to take a card. Let's take a gardener card. She needs 4 pink. This is one of the new ones too. Alright, over to me. Not the train going by. Alright, so I get an additional action. I'm going to choose a card. That's my first one. I'm going to grab this guy here. Alright, so did I do it? No, I need to knock one of them down. Alright, so for my first action, I'm going to move the panda. 3, 4, alright. I'll move the panda up here. Eat one of these, which completes this one. Okay, so I got 2, 4, 5. Jenna has 2, 4, 6. For my second action, I'm going to move the gardener up 1 space, which will give this guy here. Oh wait, it'll knock this guy off though. Oh wait, there's one there. Alright, I'm good. Alright. And actually we should have gave him 2 last time. I forgot. Oh, whatever. Alright, so that finishes this guy. That's the end of my turn. Over to Jen. Jen gets the cloud or the wind again. Pink one. This is almost done. She's gonna move the panda a bit. Chomp, 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 chomp. Can the panda make it? No, it's in a different line. Let's see. Moves here. That'll knock that down to 2. Moves here. Nah, it's not gonna work either way. She's gonna move the gardener. She's not gonna do the other 2 of them. Alright, we move this guy here. Each one gets a piece, except this guy here, which gets 2. And I don't know if I screwed it up earlier or not by not giving it 2. Whatever. So that was... Oh, it's Jen's turn. Okay, so that was her first action. Thought it was me. Alright, so that was her first action, moving the gardener. Actually, you know what? She's going to do that twice. She is going to do that twice. She's got the wind effect. She's going to move the gardener up here, which will give these 2, and only these 2, a piece of bamboo. This would normally get 2, but it's at its max. This one gets 1, so it's at 3. Lay him down so you guys can see him, and that will complete this guy here. And 2, 4, 6, 7. She's 2 more, and it'll trigger in the game. Goes over to me. Question mark. All right. So let me see. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need more cards. I will take an extra action, and that will be to draw a card. I'll draw the gardener card. Ah, you son of a. That's all right. They're already out. I got 5 pink out. I just got to get them watered. That's all. All right. So for my first action, the gardener shall move all the way down here. Get some water up here. That's the first action. For the second action, I will draw and place a tile. 1, 2, 3. I got this guy here. I'm going to place this guy here. So what happens is it has Lady Panda on it. Lady Panda moves. I am going to irrigate it with this token here. So now all 3 of them will get a piece of bamboo on it, and anytime it is watered, all 3 will get a piece of bamboo on it. If an adjacent tile is watered, then the color of the adjacent tile, a piece of bamboo here, would get watered. So if it was this green one getting watered, you'd add a piece of green bamboo here. If I had, the fertilizer token on it, you get 2. But I had water on there. All right. So, no, hold on. That's not where I wanted to put this. I'm going to put this here. And that will complete this guy here. All right. So, I can't see exactly how many I got finished over here. Let me see. I think it was 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 done here. Jen's got 3, 7, 7 and 7. Old-fashioned whiskey drink. All right, over to Jen. Jen gets the question mark. Let me see. Jen, take an extra action, and she'll grab another card. Let me try to play cards. Alright, that didn't work out for her. Alright, so for her next action, she will move the panda. She's going to move Lady Panda over here. And they're going to get some brown chicken, brown cow. She's going to discard she's going to discard a pink one. Because you never know if she needs more than one later. And grab the tile. She'll hold on to it for points. For her second action, she's going to move the gardener. Right, where's it? She needed 3, so she moves the gardener here. That will give her a piece of bamboo there. And then next round she could eat one of these. She's got to get the panda out of there, but she'll take one of them off. Fulfill this one. Over to me. All right, I get the rain. I'll take a panda improvement, I guess. Or no panda eat. Let's see. I need to move the gardener. Alright, so I will bring him up here, which will give this a piece. And then, that was a gardener. I'm going to grab another card. Let me grab this guy. Alright. And it's already completed. So that's 8. Over to Jen. Alright, Jen gets the cloud. She'll take this. The yellow is going to be hard. Because we're close to the end of the game. The yellow, this guy here, she moves the panda. She's going to draw a card first. Let me see if she'll give me some more options. Let's take I'll take a panda card. Because this is a tiebreaker. Alright, so she needs one of each. And she needs a green one, so she will move the panda. And she will come down here with the panda. take a green one, which finishes it. Alright, so we're both at 8. Maybe the last round. Alright, I get a question mark. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got enough out. Move them. And then move them again. Depending on whether to do the wind action, do this one twice. You know what? I'm going to take an extra action. And to do that, I'm going to take a card. Let's draw this one. Oh, you kidding me? Alright. Should not have done that. Perhaps I was wrong. When I didn't tell you. When I didn't see you. Perhaps I was wrong. Alright. Well, I gotta move the gardener. Let's move the gardener down here. And for my second action, you know what? I might as well try and. I need a yellow anyway. Got a yellow. And I shall put it right here on my board. Run out of space. There we go. I already had 6 out. Wait, I don't need to do that. I forgot this guy here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just need them to be 3 high. I already moved the gardener. I can't do that again. I drew a card as my extra action. I can't do that. I'm going to grab an irrigation just for now. Or, no, you know what? I'm going to move the panda. I'm going to spend this guy here, move the panda. Miss Panda to the panda. I'm going to take this and just keep that for 2 points. Over to Jen. Jen gets the rain. So she chooses yellow, and now she's going to move the gardener, bringing him up here, which will give all of the pieces a piece of bamboo, including the surrounding ones. Okay, now that completes this guy here, right? 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. That's it. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Jen has reached 9 cards, which is what we need to trigger the end game for a 2-player game. She will now take the Emperor card as a bonus for doing that. I have one more round, so one more turn actually. So let's roll the weather die. I get the rain, so that's not going to be 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have enough. I need 3, so I need one here, and there. I just don't have enough. I'm never going to get him, right? Gardener? No. I can't get the gardener there. I'll do this. Maybe I'll be able to do some magic over here. I doubt it. Alright. So, I need 2 more. I need 2 more with 2 more pieces of bamboo. Now, I got a couple options here. Alright. I could draw a card and just try and hopefully fulfill it right away. Or I could try and draw the Sacred Garden, the pink one. Hopefully that'll come up. And throw that down. If I do that and I could get that gardener to it, it would water all of them. And I would have enough as long as these 2 are watered. I do not think that's going to happen. For the first action, it's my turn. For my first action, I'm going to try and see if I can grab that pink one. It is pink one, but it's not what I was looking for. Alright, so 6. Yeah, I can't get to the yellow. In order to water that one, I'll come up right next to it. The pink was what I was going to do. Alright, that didn't work. I'll just place it here. For my last action, I will draw a card. What do I think? Should I try another gardener? I got some stuff out. It's definitely not going to be this guy. Alright, it's either going to be this or this. Let's see. Plots card. Yep. And of course I choose the wrong one. Alright, so that is the end of the game. Now we add up our points and see who has the most. So we'll start with Jen since she finished first. She has, and the Emperor is 40 6. Jen has 46. I gotta remember that. Plus, she has a baby panda for 48. So Jen has 48. I have 5, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 43 to 48. Jen wins the game. If there were a tie, whoever had the most completed panda cards would win. And that is Takenoko with the Chibis expansion. Stay tuned for what me thinks. Alright, so that was the Takenoko with the Chibis expansion on it. I think I showed everything. All the new tiles, at least. And I believe I showed how all of the new objective cards worked. Seeing how the babies worked. I do like how the babies will give you a choice of either, the special ability or 2 points at the end of the game. I find in a 2-player game, you usually just keep them for 2 points. Could be different 4 players. I have never played the expansion with more than 2 players. Played the base game up to 4, but I haven't played the expansion with more than just me and Jen. As far as that goes, I like it more than Jen. Jen has to play it a few more times, I think. She's only played it a couple times. Recently, she played it a while back, and then, recently. We played a couple times before. Again, don't take my strategies for this or any other game. I'm half stoned away half the time, and, doing a lot. As far as the Miss Panda, like I said, I like, she moves around and she can make babies with Mr. Panda. I do like that she can bounce around the board depending on where you place these tiles with the Miss Panda symbol on them. It gives you, a couple ways to puzzle things out. Maybe place it to your advantage. I do like the Kismet Garden, I think it's called. I'm not sure. This is actually pretty cool. It takes the place of any colored tile. It could be used in a variety of different ways. The way it waters with the gardener and all that works out real cool. I do like that. It brings another element of puzzliness to the game. It helps you out with the tiles that you need a lot of to be irrigated and all that. These guys here with the new expansion, it helps with these, and also these guys as well as any of the plot tiles. Other plot tiles, it could take the color, and depending on the shape you configure it in, you could complete a plot tile with it. This guy here, I do like that. It's an additional way to get more of the objective cards out of the deck, off the deck rather. And that could be tough sometimes. Just you burn through your objective cards and you need to stock up real quick. This will help you out, and you could choose which one you want between the 3 instead of just randomly drawing off the top and then replacing the other 2. I do enjoy that a good bit. What else is in the game? The new objectives cards, I do like them. They will be tough. Some of them, I think, will be tough without this Sacred Garden tile here, which will water everything of the color on it when it is visited by the gardener over there. It does help, with some of those tiles, the gardener tiles, where you need 4 or 5 or 5, 6 or 7 of one color, 3 high. It helps watering out and achieving that a lot easier. It balances that out. The extra pond, it's cool because it does get tough to irrigate, especially since you added 6 more tiles. The board gets a little bigger. I'm sure you wouldn't configure it like this. This is all to keep in frame for the camera and all that. But normally you would grow it out differently, and the pond helps get to reach places that would be tougher with the irrigation tiles alone, the tokens alone. And I think that was everything in the game, right? Did that. That one. Yeah, I think that's it. If you like the base game and you just want to add a little bit more complexity, a little more puzzliness to it, I would suggest you add this one to it. If you don't want more complexity, I would suggest leaving this out. I wouldn't suggest bringing this in to a new gamer, like somebody who's never played Takenoko before. I'd suggest probably doing the base game first and then adding this on an additional game, unless they're a gamer and they could grab the concepts. This is kind of a lot with the expansion. This is kind of a lot for a new player. It's kind of a lot for me to remember, so I'm sure somebody who's never played a game like this would, have a little bit of difficulty remembering it. There's a bit of chance in it with the draw of the tile and then, the rolling of the weather die, which I do like. It gives a bit of randomness to the game, which I do like in games. It's not a straight out, Euro game, find this, trade this, get points. It's, there's a bit of puzzliness in it. You can't really plan everything because you don't know what this weather die is going to bring up every round. So I like that. If you're playing with people who are AP prone, probably not a game for you. It'll just take longer. There can be a lot of puzzling this out. The time on the game, I think, said 45 minutes. If I remember, I don't have the box for the expansion. That's long gone. I think it was 45 minutes, if I remember right from the video prep. So I think that's about right. It's if you're playing two players and they play this a good bit, I think you could get it down in 45 minutes. It's more to an hour with two players, especially with Jen. She's a little more AP prone. With more players, obviously, it's going to be more time. But I do not see this lasting more than like an hour and a half at the full count of 4 players. Yeah, unless you have somebody who's seriously AP prone. So this will be staying in my collection. Jen does enjoy Takenoko a lot anyway. So the base game definitely was. And the expansion will stay with it. Oh, and speaking of that, you can get it all in the box so far. That came with the base game. It is the form plastic insert. Everything will fit. The cards stick up a little bit, but you can compress them with the player boards and the rule books and all that. The rule book for this guy was really clear. It's a really good rule book. Same with the base game of Takenoko. I know this has been out for a while. Takenoko has been out since 2015, I think. 14, 15. And this came out like a year or two later. I know they did a big box. Well, they did that giant Takenoko thing. But I think they did another big box with this included. I could be wrong on that. I'm not 100%. There's something that's coming. It either came up or is coming up. Another reprint. I don't remember which one is which. So it could be out. Or I could just be talking shit and not know what I'm talking about. Alright? But if you could pick it up and it's something you like, I suggest you pick it up. As far as the player mats go, the ones that came with the base game were fine. These are from the BGG store. Each one has different artwork on it. It just gives a little more variety to the regular boards. But the regular ones are just fine. The components for Takenoko in general are fantastic. They always were. You get the cute little figurines. The base game do not match up well with the coloring of either the bamboo or the back of the tiles. They're a little lighter on the expansion than they are in the base game. For my copy, it could be different for yours. And like I said, the new bamboo doesn't match up with the old bamboo, but it's minor to me. It's tough to match up paint. I know with the woodworking, it's tough to match up finishes if they're not from the same lot. And these, like I said, were a year or two apart. And it's really tough to match up colors. This is just a shading thing. They could have lightened it up a little bit, but minor qualms. So if Takenoko is something you would like to pick up with the Chibis expansion, it's online. Pick it up. or you could check it out at the BGG website. There's always information there. This video will probably be there. So that's it for now. Get gaming, have fun. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Chibis out.